Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toronto, Canada. Welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. Tomorrow night, we have Survivor Series War Games. And following that, we also have the first couple of matches in order to find out who will be John Cena's final opponent. But here tonight, we're going to go ahead and begin with a championship match. We have the number one contender to the Women's United States Championship, Michin, who's going to go ahead and get her opportunity at Julia. Our sorta newly crowned champion already has a title defense against Dakota Kai, now looking to get one against Michin. Now, let's talk about this John Cena last time is now final opponent tournament. I've already talked about it, but I'll go ahead and repeat it once more. Maybe a couple other times, but so we have Oba Femi, the ruler, against Damian Priest. Rusev versus Sheamus, where if Rusev loses, he said he would retire. We have Uncle Howdy versus The Miz. AJ Styles versus Nick Nemeth. And then on the other side of the bracket, all these matches that I'm, talking about will happen all on Sunday, but just so you guys understand the bracket. So for example, the winner of Oba and Damian Priest will go with the winner of Rusev and Sheamus. So yeah, the winner of the superstars in the other bracket, we have Braun Strowman versus Randy Orton, Trick Williams versus Dirty Dom, Javon Evans versus Gunther, and Joe Henry versus Rey Mysterio. We also have some breaking news. The Speed Championships are now officially only part of NXT and Evolve. Ava, the NXT GM, her bid has gotten accepted. And those titles are now part of those two brands. Mostly NXT, but will also be showcased and represented through Evolve. So that's some exciting times and exciting to see who will go ahead and become the number one contender for both the women's and men's in the Speed tournament that they're doing, a lot like the John Cena last opponent tournament. As here we have the champion, Julia, the Women's United States champion. We've had, the Chelsea Green, the inaugural champion. We had Zelina Vega, Dakota Kai. Julia is the fourth woman ever to be Women's United States champion. Sounds crazy, but she can say that she won the United States championship before the likes of Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, so many others, since it's such a new title. But hey, maybe in the future some of those women end up winning it. But for now, we have Julia looking to defend her championship here tonight for the second time. Here tonight against Michin. Will the number one contender be able to go ahead and quickly end the reign of Julia? Or will we hear and still, at the end of this, and still have Julia be champion? I guess we'll go ahead and find out in just a couple of moments as this match is ready to commence. We have some great things ahead of us here tonight in the main event. We will be seeing none other than the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, in action as he looks to take off a little bit of the rust that he still has from being away from so long. He looks to prepare right before his big match against John Cena. That's to come in our main event, as we'll go ahead and talk about his opponent later. As for now, Julia Michin ready to battle it out for the Women's United States Championship. Our opening matchup here tonight in Toronto, Canada. Friday Night SmackDown. Tomorrow night we will have Survivor Series War Games. The confirmed matches that we will be having there, we have all, I feel like I don't know if the biggest match. I think Cody versus John is the biggest match, but the second biggest match, you could say, Team Seth Rollins versus Team CM Punk War Games style. We've been trying to guess who, could take place in for either team, and I have some ideas. I don't want to say them, just in case if I am right, they're going to say, oh, you spoiled it, and I'm going to lose my job, so I'd rather just stay quiet, but I would love to hear your guys' predictions, so go ahead and comment them down below. Of course, we have Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill for the Women's WWE Championship. We have Becky Lynch defending her title against Bayley. We have Penta defending his championship against Logan Paul. And then John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, the rematch for the WWE Championship is right here. Meechin looking for the pinfall. Can she get the victory too? But Julia is able to kick out nevertheless. As, yeah, I'm not sure what you put in the main event for that. I'm not sure if you put John Cena. I'm not sure if you put the War Games match. It is going to be interesting, but nevertheless, it is going to be a fantastic show, so make sure you guys tune in. It's right here, Julia looking for the pinfall. Meechin is able to go ahead and kick out. Both women going to have to do a little bit more if they want to put each other away. They both tried for the pinfalls, but I think that's just a way to kind of, start beating down your enemy mentally. They may be thinking, oh, you're pinning me this early, or they're trying to belittle me, and that may impact on the mental side, and also maybe just wasting that little bit of energy to lift up a whole body from on top of you. So, little bits of damage, but I think it's smarter if you just go in there and wrestle for a little bit, if you know what I mean. Is right there, Meechin looking for the missile drop kick, isn't able to make contact. However, she is able to go ahead and counter a big right hook, a couple smacks, a couple kicks, and a big knee and a kick, and Pele kick as well. A beautiful combination right there by Meechin, who looks for the pinfall. 1, 2, and another kick out as Julia maybe taking also a bit of extra time right there to just catch her breath. That 1 second is all she needs. I've seen these superstars at the Performance Center. They really do only need like about a second of rest, and then they're just on go, which is honestly incredible. So, very smart from Julia there if she was trying to go ahead and catch her breath, but Meechin is not done doing damage onto Julia right there with a powerbomb, looking for the pinfall once again. Julia this time done waiting, done trying to catch her breath. She's ready to get on the attack, kicking out before even one. However, it is still Meechin who is on the attack, proving that she is the #1 contender for a reason. That she can definitely go ahead and potentially be the champion here tonight. And she may do it right here, right now, as Meechin gonna go ahead and look for the finish. Is this gonna be enough to put the Women's United States Champion away? No! Oh my days! Julia able to go ahead and kick out, but things are looking bad for her because it is just Meechin who is in control. This is looking dangerous. Nevertheless, Julia able to go ahead and switch things around. Maybe able to go ahead and look for a finish here. I'm not sure, though. She has taken quite an amount of damage. It's going to be difficult for her to get, full control so quickly, but she is champion for a reason. So if anyone can do it, it is Julia, who now grabs Meechin, trying to send her into the turnbuckle. Meechin able to quickly counter. And now a big kick by Meechin. And another hurricane run of sorts is now Meechin looking to... looking to climb the top rope. She's going to look to fly. Front flip splash. Julia taking big impact. And now Julia meets a big kick by Meechin. As Meechin is not yet finished, but neither is Julia. She is somehow still in this. She has taken quite a lot of damage. Usually you see it's the champion who is in control, but nevertheless, Julia, well, she has taken a lot of damage. As I mentioned previously, if there's anyone who can gain back control almost instantly, it is this champion right here. As Julia looking to continue the damage onto the legs. As, targeting the thighs right there, and now looking to target the upper body and face of Meechin, who falls face first straight onto the mat. Now Julia awaits Michin. Things may get dangerous for Michin right here as Julia looking for the slam. Is this enough to put Michin away? 1, 2. A kick out at 2. Julia gonna have to do a little bit more if she wants to go ahead and successfully defend her championship for the second time since Michin out flying. And now this match is being taken to the outside of the ring. What a fantastic opening match. This has been really, really incredible. As now Julia looking to send Michin. Oh, I thought she was going to go ahead and send her into the steel steps. Instead sends her into the ring now. Flying off of the top turnbuckle. Now Julia may be looking for the final blow. Michin may be in trouble. Big knee to the face. Michin may be out. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Julia. She may have taken lots of damage, but nevertheless, she comes out on top and successfully defends her championship for the second time. And here tonight, we are able to say, and still, the Women's United States Champion. Congratulations to Michin on a great match. But it was Julia who was able to prove exactly why she's champion. And was able to go ahead and get the victory here tonight. As now, it is time for some debutees. More like a re-debut. The Hardys are here. They've been over at TNA for quite some time. And then, were heavily featured on NXT, fighting for those NXT championships. Unfortunately, they failed in their final match down there. Instead, it was Hank and Tank who won the titles, but that was enough to say, yo, these guys may be old, but they still got the skills and talents to hang out with the best of the best, to hang out with the, new, younger guys. And Nick Aldis said, I want them for SmackDown. So here we are. We are DIY. No, here we are. The Hardys in their re-debut here on SmackDown. And in what a match. They are facing off against Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. For many, this is a dream match. Something that we never thought may be possible. I'm not sure if they have previously faced before, and if they have, I doubt it's within the WWE. Well, we're getting it tonight. This is gonna be incredible. DIY versus the Hardys on their re-debut. This is bound to be a phenomenal match. Some tag team action up next. It's going to be difficult to go ahead and decide a winner right here. DIY. Many people say, well, they've been losing a lot recently. But the thing is, this tag team division is so damn stacked that you're bound to lose a lot. I mean, I was talking about it previously with Ricky Saints and Moose. If you want to lose to someone, it's to the best of the best. And a lot of the losses that DIY have taken have been to the likes of the Motor City Machine Guns, of the current champions, Los Reyes. So it's like, yes, they're losing, but look who they're competing against. And then when they go on to face on with the, quote-unquote lower teams like, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, Pretty Deadly, that's when they're getting the victories, proving there are levels to this. And I think it's just a lack of mental state and needing just a little bit more confidence to be able to go ahead and start beating those top teams like the Motor City Machine Guns, like the Street Profits, like Los Reyes. But we'll see how things go here tonight, as Hardy's a very decorated team overall throughout multiple promotions, but also here within WWE. Let's see Hardy's tag titles within WWE. Let's see. They have won. Recognized 6-time WWF, WWE, 1-time WCW, so that makes it 7, 8, 9. So they got like 9 or 10, I think. So, a very decorated tag team, and that's just including WWE, right? You have then TNA, where they've won it maybe like 2 or 3 times. You have other promotions, right? So, a very decorative team, like I mentioned earlier. They are a bit older, but nevertheless, they've been proving they can hang with Hank and Tank. They can hang around with Dark State. Can they go ahead and, reflect that onto the main roster? Well, I guess we'll have to see his tag made right here onto Jeff Hardy. The Hardys doing a very good job so far. Even at this experience, they are nervous, and I'll tell you why. I was able to go ahead and speak to Matt Hardy backstage in a secret interview before people officially knew about this. This was a couple weeks back, and I talked to him as he was watching one of the matches, and I asked him, what's it feel? The fact that you're more likely than not going to go ahead and sign with the main roster because this hadn't happened yet. And I don't remember the exact words he told me, but it was along the lines of, I'm nervous. I feel like the first time I joined WWE, where I felt like the new guy at work, not knowing how things worked, not really understanding or knowing much people. But it's also weird because at the same time, so many people respect me and they know me. So it's super weird. So, while yes, the Hardys have had the experience, they have the talents, this is also something new for them. They are still learning. But they have also learned quite a bit as well. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Looking for the pinfall. 1. Ooh, kick out at 1. But just to show, there's pros and cons to rejoining the main roster. Of course, you already have that experience. You already have the talents. You've already had all these different titles. But then again, it's a new WWE, a new era. So it is still a bit nerve-wracking as Jeff Hardy right here is able to go ahead and kick out at 1 DIY. Going to have to do a little bit more if they want to go ahead and start getting into control. Johnny Gargano looking to do exactly that. His leg's a little short, though. Not able to reach the body of Jeff Hardy, who now sends Johnny into the turnbuckle, dropping down. Tag made to Matt Hardy as Tommaso Ciampa has now also been tagged in. Tommaso Ciampa looking for a diamond cutter. Not sure if he was looking to hit that on the referee because he completely missed right there, now allowing Matt Hardy to be able to get on the attack, dislocating his right arm right there. Big damage being done by Matt Hardy as he now climbs the middle ropes, looking for the elbow drop straight onto Tommaso Ciampa. Now some big stomps. Delete. It is beautiful to see the Hardys back here against DIY, and now Tommaso Ciampa may be put away as Matt Hardy wants to look for the final blow to win the match here on the re-debut. Tommaso Ciampa is able to prevent the first attack, nevertheless able to make a contact right there with a kick, as now was looking for the double team, but Tommaso Ciampa going ahead and preventing that. Nevertheless, Tommaso Ciampa being countered yet again, and once again he returns the favor. Matt Hardy able to move out of the way. Both of these guys able to prevent, and almost like they know each other's attack is right there. Tommaso Ciampa once again. Matt Hardy once again able to move out of the way. Now tag made to Jeff Hardy. Jeff misses his kick, and out Tommaso Ciampa. What is he looking to do? Slamming down Jeff Hardy straight onto the mat. And now some huge left hook straight to the face of Jeff Hardy as Tommaso Ciampa now looking to grab Jeff Hardy, send him straight into the turnbuckle. Instead, he is countered. It is Tommaso Ciampa right there who's going to end up taking damage. Johnny Gargano also taking a little bit of damage right there. Now Jeff Hardy going to look to fly. Tommaso Ciampa is in trouble. Hurricane Rana. He could look for the pinfall here. Jeff Hardy is not finished. He may be looking for the Swanton Bomb. Big splash. Nobody home. Tommaso Ciampa able to move out of the way right there. This match continues as now Tommaso Ciampa trying to once again send Jeff Hardy straight into the turnbuckle. Is able to get it done. Was looking for the tag onto Johnny Gargano. He is intercepted, rejected, and still he is able to find a way to get back on the attack as he sends Jeff Hardy flying over the top ropes. As now the referee is going to slowly count. I do believe so that Jeff Hardy will be able to get back inside of the ring just in time. As Tommaso Ciampa has seen enough waiting, he decides to go onto the outside of the ring, and now this fight has been taken out there. As Tommaso Ciampa, what is he looking to do? Reverse DDT onto Jeff Hardy. What a spectacular match this has been, and still some incredible things left to come here tonight. As Tommaso Ciampa sent into the steel steps, Jeff Hardy attacking Johnny Gargano. It is Matt Hardy who is looking to continue the assault onto Tommaso Ciampa. And the fact that Matt Hardy is attacking Tommaso Ciampa may make it so that the Hardys win here tonight by countout, as the referee's count gets to 8. However, Jeff Hardy is able to go ahead and reset the count. I don't think he wants to lose, or excuse me, I don't think he wants to win by countout, as Matt Hardy continues to attack Tommaso Ciampa, doing some big damage. Referee's count gets to 4. And now I think Jeff Hardy has done enough waiting. He's going to try to bring Tommaso Ciampa back inside of the ring and finish things off by pinfall or submission. It's not like they have to win that way, but it's just a little bit of respect, whether you don't like your opponent, whatever your situation may be with your opponent. Beating them by countout is kind of disrespectful. But beating them like this is also quite bad. Johnny Gargano is able to go ahead and break the count right there after a nice little swanton bomb from Jeff Hardy, who now Hurricane Rana onto Johnny Gargano. Our referee has also been knocked down. Nevertheless, he is able to quickly get back up, thankfully. As Jeff Hardy looks to climb the top ropes, he's going to look to fly, wants to secure this victory. Elbow drop. Can he win the match right here, right now? Well, he is not finished. He wants to do just a little more damage onto Tommaso Ciampa. That may be it for them. 1, 2, very slow count. 3, the Hardy Boys have returned to WWE. They are part of the SmackDown Tag Team roster in here tonight. They get a crucial victory on their re-debuts against DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano. They prove that they are good, but they still got a little bit left in them before they can hang around with Hall of Famers, with legends like the Hardys here tonight. It is Jeff and Matt Hardy who are able to go ahead and get the victory. Congratulations to them, and welcome back to SmackDown. As we now have Mr. All Ego Ethan Page, the brand spanking new Triple A Latin American champion. Let's go ahead and hear him out. You are looking at the very best Triple A Latin American champion of all time. Mr. Iguana stood no chance, and I'm here to let you guys know, if you guys want a shot, I won't give it to you. You gotta earn it, you gotta deserve it, and someone wants, a little say in this. Let's go ahead and hear Dr. Wagner out. Ethan. Si hay alguien que se merece una oportunidad, if there's someone who deserves an opportunity at your title, it is me. I know what it takes to beat you. I know what it takes to become champion. I have previously held that title, so how about me and you next week, and I take that title, and I take it back to AAA. Man, I just said you had to earn it, so no. And while Ethan Page was just starting to talk a little bit about how he's the new champion, he already considers himself the best AAA Latin American champion. Dr. Wagner's like, yo, I know I can beat you. I got what it takes. I've held that title before. Not only do I want to take it off of you, I want to take it back to AAA, where it belongs. Well, Ethan Page says, yeah, you got to earn that. You don't just get given these championship opportunities. And talking about that title, the former champion, Mr. Iguana, is here. He signed a bit of a dual contract, I believe. He'll show up every once in a while here on SmackDown, but still spending a majority of his time over on AAA. Good to see him. Unfortunately, no longer holding that championship after losing to All Ego Ethan Page at Saturday Night Carnage. Nevertheless, still a fantastic superstar, still loved by the WWE Universe and fans all over the world. And here tonight, he's looking to show a little bit more of his skills and talents and prove that just because his couple matches as he has had within the WWE he's lost, it does not mean that he's some bad superstar. You know, you're losing to All Ego Ethan Page. It's not like it's the worst loss. I was previously talking about this. I forgot with who it was, but it was like if you want to lose to someone, it got to be the best of the best. You get what I mean? It has to be the best of the best. So, Mr. Iguana shouldn't feel too bad about losing. I'm not saying Ethan Page is the best of the best, but he is pretty darn good. So it's not a situation in which Mr. Iguana should feel like he let his people down, as he should feel like he is lacking of quality. No, he's a very good superstar. He lost to a very good superstar, and that's just how things happen. Nevertheless, here tonight trying to show that he can win, and that it's not just losses for him. As here tonight, Mr. Iguana has on paper, a pretty easy challenge, I would say. Don't underestimate his opponent, but Theodonis is, well, let's be honest, he's on the chopping block. He keeps losing, he keeps, failing. Maybe by January he gets cut, which would be unfortunate, but it's the way the business moves. And yeah, so here tonight, at least on paper, Mr. Iguana should be getting that victory, should be able to go ahead and showcase his talents, his capabilities, everything that he has to offer, and maybe he can go ahead and build himself back up and potentially earn that rematch, or just have that rematch clause activated for the AAA Latin American Championship. But I guess we'll first and foremost see how things go, as we got Theodonis, Mr. Iguana, both men ready to battle it out. First time these two go ahead and face one another. Of course, would be a huge victory for Theodonis, especially as the underdog here within this match. If he is able to go ahead and beat Mr. Iguana, that would be a huge boost to Theodonis, to his career, to saving his opportunity of, being here and staying here within the WWE. But we'll go ahead and wait and see what ends up happening. Mr. Iguana, Theodonis are set to go one-on-one right here, right now. Mr. Iguana was looking for the quick pinfall, however, a kick out at one. And this match is going to be very interesting, as I previously mentioned, of course. First time these two go on one-on-one. So, it could be tricky for either men to go ahead and really find their groove right away. Mr. Iguana seems to, kind of be a little bit more in control as of start, but nevertheless, it may take him a little bit to find his groove against an opponent which he doesn't know what is going to throw at him, right? But I guess we'll see how things go. Maybe they still end up going quite smoothly for Mr. Iguana, and Theodonis is right here. Oh, Mr. Iguana with a big right fist, a Superman punch of sorts. Very nicely done right there, as Theodonis now on the attack, looking to return the favor onto Mr. Iguana, as Theodonis now awaits Mr. Iguana, who is slowly getting up. What is Theodonis looking to do? He looks to grab Mr. Iguana, sending him face first into the turnbuckle. Is countered, however, as now it is Mr. Iguana's turn. A big kick, and now Mr. Iguana with a hurricane run of sorts, sending Theodonis flying. Now Mr. Iguana off the top rope, looking to splash, and a nice little frog splash from an Iguana. You don't see that too often, but that's what we show here on WWE, just to show exactly how great these things are, how great these matches are, as Theodonis is able to get on the attack right here, able to switch things around. Theodonis looking to drop with a big elbow drop. Nobody home as Mr. Iguana able to go ahead and move out of the way. Nevertheless, Theodonis is back on the attack, not stopping. Not yet. As Theodonis now awaits Mr. Iguana, who is a little stumbly, a little foggy. Ooh, misses. His Superman punch misses again, just showing that he is a little foggy. Maybe all those hits from Theodonis are slowly getting to him, because that's his second one. Second miss. But I guess we'll see as now we have some back and forth action between the two. Mr. Iguana with a big right kick to slam Theodonis down. And now Mr. Iguana looking to put this match away. Looking to end this. Is this enough to put Theodonis away? 1, 2, 3. And there it is. Mr. Iguana, while he may not be champion anymore, he is very still a great superstar in here tonight. Able to get a huge victory over Theodonis, and I say huge because it allows him to slowly build confidence, and maybe over the course of the next couple of weeks he earns and deserves that opportunity at a rematch, and maybe earns him that title back against All Ego Ethan Page. But I guess we'll have to see as the weeks go on. Welcome Mr. Iguana, officially part of the SmackDown roster, but as I previously mentioned, is going to be in a dual contract, still spending a majority of his time over at AAA, but we will be seeing him quite consistently here on SmackDown as well. But now we have some tag team action, so let's see, where did this all start? Jimmy Uso, of course, has already had problems with Solo Sikoa and his bloodline. I mean, we remember the great bloodline of Roman Reigns, and then we know all of that story. There's been that hatred between them, which continues going, and well, it kind of revived as I believe it was Tama Tonga and Jimmy Uso went one-on-one in some singles action. Jimmy Uso practically embarrassed all of Solo Sikoa and his bloodline, attacking all of them, beating them all down. And, well, Solo Sikoa was not too happy about that. He said, yo, I'm going to go ahead and embarrass you now. So, next thing you know, we see Jimmy Uso getting beat up backstage. 2 men, Tama Tonga Loa beating him, Jimmy Uso. He wants a tag team match. He ain't got a partner. Oh, wait, he does have a partner. Jimmy Uso has a partner, and Jacob Fatu, the man, has returned. The Samoan Werewolf is back. If my memory serves me correct, we have not seen this man since he lost the United States Championship to Solo Sikoa. But now he is back here looking to help Jimmy Uso be able to put away the Tonga Bros. I'm sure they will go ahead and be accompanied by JC Mateo and Solo Sikoa as well, which very well still make things tricky, as within the numbers game they'll still be down. But if Jimmy Uso was able to handle all 4 of Solo Sikoa and his little bloodline in that one-on-one match against Tama Tonga, then surely adding Jacob Fatu to the mix, they can get it done. Never did I think I would see Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso working together, but I guess that's what Solo Sikoa does to people. Is here tonight some tag team action. Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa are continuing to beef with each other. Of course, Big Jim, older brother of Solo Sikoa. And things will continue to get interesting here with some tag team action, as here comes Solo Sikoa and his bloodline. Tama Tonga Loa, JC Mateo, and then of course the leader of them all, Solo Sikoa, the current United States champion, has defended that title against Ilya Dragunov, and that is it, because after then he has been on the mission to embarrass his older brother Jimmy Uso and make him pay for the embarrassment that was laid onto him and his bloodline. So here tonight, it is gonna be interesting to see where this leads. I guess we'll have to wait and see as these gentlemen go ahead and step into the ring. Still to come in our main event, of course, as I mentioned previously, we will be seeing from Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. Yes, he is back in action, preparing right before a huge championship match against John Cena, the rematch for the WWE Championship. However, this could be a mistake. I've been thinking about it. It's very well maybe a mistake. What if it's a difficult match today and he gets beat up and torn down? That means that tomorrow his chances and possibilities of winning the match spike down big time. I trust Cody. I trust that he knows his body and he trusts himself with getting things done, but he is putting himself in a very tricky situation here. As in the main event, it has been confirmed he will be facing off against Ilya Dragunov, the man Dragon, the man who was unfortunately beaten by Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship, now gets an opportunity at Cody Rhodes here tonight in the main event. That is going to be huge, a huge opportunity for Ilya Dragunov, and I was talking about why this could be a mistake, because Ilya Dragunov, well, he may not be in that zone always. When in the zone, when he's on, that like peak, I don't even know what to call it, peak mindset, peak physicality, whatever. When he's at his best, he can kill. We've seen it in NXT. We've seen it in NXT UK. We've seen it all over the place. Ilya Dragunov is a monster. While he hasn't instantly returned as that monster, we have to understand he is coming back from a very severe injury. It is going to take some time for him to roll into momentum. But here tonight, an opportunity against Cody Rhodes. If there is any time to show that momentum and show what he's been building, it is now. He can go ahead and do some insane things. So that is going to be a very difficult match for both Ilya and Cody. That's to come in our main event. As we go ahead and focus on this match, we've already seen Jimmy Uso do some damage onto everybody of Solo Sikoa and his bloodline. Is able to go ahead and kick out right there, and not only kick out, is able to go ahead and counter, now doing some damage right here onto Tonga Loa, who's looking to make the tag onto Tama Tonga. And that is quickly intercepted and rejected by Jimmy Uso. Big kick straight to the face of Tonga Loa, now looking for the pinfall. Referee was sliding quickly, but Tama Tonga is right there in order to break the count. They are kind of closer into the corner of the Tonga Bros, so this may make it easier for for them. They can quickly make a tag, they can intercept and block and whatnot. So very smart from Jimmy Uso right here, who not only puts things closer into their corner, but has now made the tag to the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. He is back in action, and he may have lost that match for the United States Championship, but a lot like Ilya Dragunov, this man can be a beast. Definitely a future multiple-time world champion as Jacob Fatu right here. Big boots to the face of Tama Tonga, who's now going to get picked up and thrown like a baby. Big damage right there being done by Solo Sikoa, as he is famous pose right there. Usually he says, I love you, Solo, but I'm pretty sure right there he definitely said, I hate you, Solo, as he was looking for the pinfall. However, Tama Tonga is able to go ahead and kick out of that. Nevertheless, the attack, the damage by Jacob Fatu onto Tama Tonga continues here in this tag team match. Still very shocking to see Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso working together. But nevertheless, they are doing it for one cause, and that's to take down Solo Sikoa once and for all, as Jacob Fatu sends Tama Tonga straight into the turnbuckle. Now tag made to Jimmy Uso. These two looking to work together. And while it may be crazy that they're working together, the thing is they would already work together very well. They're family. It is in their blood to have that chemistry, to have that wrestling IQ, them skills. It is in their blood to be the very best. So here tonight, I would not be shocked if they beat former tag team champions as the Tonga Bros. Former WWE tag team champions. Right? It would not be a shock to me as tag made right there to Tonga Loa. There's a big distraction to Jimmy Uso, allowed Tama Tonga to go ahead and make that tag, but at this point in the match, it is not, tagging in someone who is fresh. It is rather just tagging in someone that is fresher. I like to say that a lot because that's the truth. Tonga Loa has already taken a lot of damage, potentially more than Tama Tonga, but he's just a little bit more fresher right now. He's had that opportunity to catch his breath to kind of just heal up a little bit, says he's right there, countered Jimmy Uso, gonna look to fly, gonna look to make a splash, is able to make a little bit of contact, but some big damage done to Jimmy Uso as well, as he didn't properly time that splash. So he does take a little bit of damage right there. Nevertheless, he's able to counter right here onto Tonga Loa, doing some big damage. As now, Tonga Loa trying to switch things around, was looking for the finish, not able to get it done. Jimmy Uso sends Tonga Loa straight on to the turnbuckle. Now climbing the top ropes, looking for the finish. Is this enough to win the match? Well, it may sure have been enough. But the thing is, Tama Tonga was right there, ready to go ahead and break the count. This match continues. However, Jimmy Uso now finish another splash. This gotta be the victory. 2, 3, there it is. Jimmy Uso, Jacob Fatu, able to go ahead and get the victory over the Tonga Bros. And once again, it is Jimmy Uso who embarrasses Solo Sikoa and his bloodline. Things not looking good for him, and something tells me these two are not yet done with each other. As now we have Alex Shelley. Don't usually hear too much promos from the tag team division, so interesting to hear what Alex Shelley has to say. Let's go ahead and hear him out. The Motor City Machine Guns have been grinding. We have been fighting, and we have been yearning for gold. Now, Los Reyes, we believe you guys are an incredible team, but we also believe it is time for the Motor City Machine Guns to get a shot and take those titles off of you. Mr. 619 is here. Let's go ahead and hear him out. Alex Shelley, I respect you a lot. In fact, I will go ahead and give you and Chris Sabin that match. Both me and Rey Fenix have seen what you guys have done, and it is official. It will be Los Campeones, the champions, Los Reyes, versus the Motor City Machine Guns next week. Championships on the line. What do you say? Thank you, Rey. Let's do it. And it looks like we have some tag team action confirmed for next week. And not only is there regular tag team action, the WWE Tag Team Championships will be on the line. The Motor City Machine Guns challenge the current champions, Los Reyes. That's to come next week. Going to be a very interesting matchup. I'm very excited for that. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. It is the main event here tonight. Introducing first a man who will go ahead and face off against the Never Seen 17, John Cena, tomorrow night in a rematch for the WWE Champion former one-time WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. In the main event, looking to, he doesn't have much rust, but nevertheless, I think it's more about, I got all these nerves within me. I got to get rid of them here tonight so that I can at least go to sleep. Because that adrenaline of knowing you have such a big championship match, surely it is impossible to go to sleep. But as I mentioned previously, it is going to be a difficult match. He faces off here tonight against Ilya Dragunov, a man where if he realizes how big this moment is, which he probably will, he can go ahead and do some incredible things. But I guess we'll see how things go as Ilya Dragunov, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, set to go one-on-one here tonight in the main event of SmackDown. Of course, tomorrow night we have Survivor Series War Games. Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair for the Women's WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Penta versus Logan Paul for the Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch versus Bayley for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And then it will be Team Seth Rollins versus Team CM Punk for the War Games match. I'm excited to see what superstars either team will have. That's to come tomorrow night. And then, of course, on Sunday, we go ahead and begin the last time is now John Cena's final opponent tournament. So it is going to be a very packed and very incredible weekend. Lots of incredible matches. But for now, we focus on this incredible match. This has all the right portions and formulas and mixes to go ahead and be an instant classic of a match. Let's go ahead and see what these two can go ahead and provide for us here tonight. The Friday before Survivor Series, the main event of the night here in Canada. Ilya Dragunov, the Man Dragon, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Of course, we've talked about Ilya, but what does a victory here tonight mean for Cody? Well, I wouldn't say it means much, because it doesn't. For him, this was supposed to be a match to kind of just prepare for tomorrow night. I think there is more to lose than there is to win here tonight for Cody. But on paper, definitely Cody Rhodes does seem like the favorite to go ahead and get the victory here tonight. But we'll see how things go. Ilya Dragunov, Cody Rhodes, main event here tonight, set to go one-on-one. The match has begun. Let's see what these two can go ahead and show us here tonight right before Survivor Series. Quickly, it is Cody Rhodes who sends Ilya Dragunov straight into the turnbuckle, separated by the referee, but the match continues as both men grappling each other. What are they looking to do now? It is Ilya Dragunov who looks to drive Cody Rhodes straight into the turnbuckle, as Cody Rhodes is quickly met by a cheap shot from Ilya Dragunov. And I don't think Ilya is like a villain, but when you're versing someone so great, so big, so incredibly hard to beat as Cody Rhodes, you got to take all the small chances you can to go ahead and win the match. And if that makes you look like a cheater, if that makes you look like you lack respect, then that's what you got to do if your mind is set on winning. So very smart from Ilya Dragunov right there, who was looking for the pinfall, maybe shocking Cody Rhodes at such an early fall, but nevertheless, Cody Rhodes able to go ahead and kick out, crossbody by Ilya Dragunov, once again looking for the pinfall one. Another quick kick out by Cody Rhodes, who at the moment is quickly being controlled by Ilya Dragunov, is able to go ahead and fight back quickly, met by a big smack from Ilya Dragunov. Cody Rhodes returning the favor, and now we have some back and forth action here tonight in our main event. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the Man Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. Both men battling it out, fighting it out. Who will go ahead and come out on top of this back and forth? And it looks like it's going to be Ilya Dragunov with some big smack straight to the face of Cody Rhodes. A big boots now looking for the pinfall. One. No, not even one, as Cody Rhodes quickly able to go ahead and kick out. And now quickly going on the attack. Big punches. He said enough is enough. It is time to show exactly why I was able to defeat Roman Reigns. Exactly why I'm a former world champion. Now looking to put Delia away, but a kick out. I believe, can't tell if the referee put up a 2 or a 1 right there. I counted 2, but maybe it wasn't 2. Cody Rhodes. And that's got to be Ilya Dragunov had his moment, but Cody... No. Ilya Dragunov is still in this match. Well, maybe not for long, because Cody Rhodes is ready to put this match away. A Cody cutter. Thank you, Ilya. You gave us some hope, but it was Cody. Once again, Ilya Dragunov able to go ahead and kick out, and now it is time for him to get on the attack with a powerbomb. Now looking for the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh my days, this match continues. My apologies to Ilya Dragunov. I was not familiar with your game. I thought you was out. I was counting you out, but he is still in this, and now he is on the attack. Things may be looking dangerous right here for Cody Rhodes. Big boot to the back of Cody Rhodes is now Ilya Dragunov looking to climb the top rope, looking to fly a big powerbomb down onto the body of Cody Rhodes. Another pinfall. Can he win the match? A kick out at 1 by Cody Rhodes. And again, my apologies to Ilya Dragunov for, well, counting him out. Now, instead of being counted out, he may very well go ahead and win the match as he looks for the finish right here. Busting open the face of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. 1, 2. Cody Rhodes able to go ahead and kick you out, but the thing is, he has a championship match tomorrow. His head has just been busted open. This is what I was talking about. The fact that he's going to be beat up and tore down for tomorrow night, that is going to make things very difficult for the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. But nevertheless, he's still in this match, doing some nice damage right here to Ilya Dragunov, dropping him down. And now Cody Rhodes is ready. He wants to hit something nice here, a double axe handle. Now gonna look for the pinfall. I thought he was gonna look for another Cody cutter, but not quite, and almost. Ilya Dragunov still able to kick out. I thought that was it. Ilya's not done. Big boots onto Cody Rhodes. Now a clothesline sending him over the top rope. Ilya Dragunov looks to fly, not yet. As now Cody Rhodes being sent straight into the turnbuckle. Both men throwing a lot out of each other. Both men have shocked me, specifically more Ilya Dragunov with the things he's been able to do here tonight. A big splash onto Cody Rhodes. Was looking for the finish right there, but his time may be over. A second Cody cutter. 1, 2. Oh, what? Oh, I thought that was it. Ilya Dragunov is still in this match. How has he done it? He survived 2 Cody cutters, and not only has he survived, he is now on the attack, looking to put the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, away. A second. Oh my days. Are we about to witness the impossible? The underdog may go ahead and beat the American Nightmare right before his championship match pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and 0. Ilya Dragunov has done it. What a way to end SmackDown. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to make tomorrow night that much more exciting, and Ilya Dragunov now has a victory over Cody Rhodes. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.